Hi, Mel McCuin here, pronouns she, her, hers, and today I am presenting a mini workshop on micro chapbooks. So about 3 years ago, I used to commute from the Bronx, New York to Newark, New Jersey for my job, and that was an hour and 30 minutes to work and an hour and 30 minutes back. And so I had all this free time. I didn't really know what to do with it. I tried to write in that free time. If you've ever spent any time on the subway or the NJ Path, you know that they're basically like unfun roller coasters. So it makes writing hard on them. So I used to do micro poems. Micro poems are, small poems, 10 words, 12 words, whatever challenge you set for yourself, and you try to write a poem within that frame. And so I had a bunch of them, but I didn't really know what to do with them because as best as I can tell, there aren't any journals that are taking micro poems. If there are, please do email me at aneverlastingroof@gmail.com because I've got a bunch for you. But yeah, so what do you do when you have a short form or a form that maybe isn't being accepted in certain places? Well, I'm a big firm believer in taking on that means of production and doing something for yourself. So today we're going to work on basically a mini zine, but I'm calling it a micro chapbook today. For those who don't know, chapbook is simply a short collection of poems, could also be a short collection of fiction, like flash fiction. But for our purposes today, we're doing a micro chapbook of micro poems. And so I'm going to go through the steps on how to actually create that. And then I will create one and show you my end product. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go through the steps on how to create a micro chapbook right now. Step 1, gather materials. Scissors, paper, markers, but most importantly, coffee. I forgot my glue stick, but you need a glue stick. Step 2, fold your paper in half, short side. Step 3, fold your paper into quarters. I said 4 quarters there, that's a bit redundant, but do it long side. Step 4, fold your paper in half, long side. You should end up with 8 segments. Step 5, fold your paper in half, short side, and cut to the middle crease. It should look like this. This is a good time to pause and look at the screen in front of you. The wording on each segment indicates where your information is going to go. So you see front, back, and then pages all the way through 6. Go ahead and pause and write down what you see. All right, I always recommend doing a mock-up because it can get a little confusing, this part, but as you can see. But essentially what you're going to do is you're going to fold it like an accordion. There I go. And so you will see that once you fold it like an accordion, it is going to go from front to page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then flip 6 and the back, so you have extra room. All right, now that we have gone through the steps, I'm going to go ahead and take an hour or two and put together my micro chapbook. Just remember that for yours, you can do it any number of ways. I'm doing a lot of cutout. I printed out my poems because my handwriting is atrocious. But you can handwrite yours, you can paint in them, you can do little cutouts, make it look like a ransom note, whatever floats your boat. But artistically, it is your choice, right? You can do whatever you want with it. So I'm gonna take a couple hours, do mine, and then we will see the finished product. Ta-da! Here is my micro chapbook. And so I took all of my micro poems, I arranged them the way that I wanted them on the page, and I added in cutouts, pictures that I drew, symbols. It is incredibly dorky, but it is also incredibly me. As you can see, I made a mistake there and I made it work for that particular micro poem. what can you do with a micro chapbook? Excellent question. You can do anything with a micro chapbook. You can make copies of it and you can sell it at your local bookstore. Not Borders, your local bookstore, the one that probably already carries zines. You can make a micro chapbook about how much you love your significant other and give that to them for Valentine's Day. There are a number of things you can do with these. So happy micro chapbooking, and I will see you for the next mini workshop. Thank you. If you enjoyed this mini workshop and you'd like to learn more, please use the QR codes to register for another workshop or subscribe to our newsletter. Send any questions or concerns to aneverlastingroof@gmail.com. An Everlasting Roof strives to create a writing community for all poets, including Black, Indigenous, poets of color, LGBTQ+ poets, and poets with disabilities. If you have any potential concerns related to equity and access or to request an accommodation, please contact us at aneverlastingroof@gmail.com.